By now, I'm sure you all are well aware that Game of Thrones Season 7 Episode 6 has in fact leaked online. But I have watched the episode and I kind of wanted to discuss it a little bit. This is not going to be a review and I am of course saving my judgment until Sunday night. This video will of course contain major spoilers as I have seen the episode, so if you want to go into Episode 6 completely clean slated, please click off of this video right now. Before we get started, I want to take some time to thank the sponsor of this video, Thrones Amino. I've been a part of this community for over a year and it's probably one of the best fan experiences one could ever ask for. On Thrones Amino, fans can read up on interesting theories, share their own theories, and join on public chat rooms. They can even vote in polls, take Game of Thrones quizzes, and in general, geek out on all things Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. The quiz section on Thrones Amino is awesome. One of my favorite quizzes that I took is one from earlier. It's called the Guess Who Said It quiz. Basically, you are just asked a series of questions on who said this statement. So if you're a super fan of Game of Thrones just like me, check out the Thrones Amino app and then download it. I'd also recommend to check out my posts on there, as I always post my episodes to there, and sometimes it's a good way to get in and comment, just in case I miss your thoughts in the comment section here on YouTube. The episode was of course amazing, and Game of Thrones never fails to let me down. There were a few moments of the episode that I did want to discuss. Arya and Sansa, that moment was pretty heated, and you know, like last episode, in keeping with the trend, they're trying to show us that Arya is not who she once was, and they're almost trying to make it out as if she's a villain. I think I have this figured out though. What's going on here and what happened the last episode, I came to the realization that Arya was basically doing to Sansa what the waif was doing to her, and she's continuing to do that. She's basically playing the game of faces with Sansa. She wants to see Sansa's true side, so in doing that, she has to be real, she has to be harsh. Laying that dagger in Sansa's hand, in my opinion, was showing Sansa a sign of trust. Now, she can't come out and directly say to her that, hey, I'm playing the game of faces in order to reveal your true nature. I want to see what your true motivation is. She can't come out and say that to her sister Sansa, so she has to kind of play this game, and I think her laying that dagger in her hands was showing her a sign of trust. I personally feel like the reason they're doing it this way is that it will be more of a payoff and a bigger reveal when it comes to find out that Arya was basically just testing Sansa, and that once the game is over, she will ultimately join her side, and maybe even become her personal assassin to help wreak vengeance for House Stark. The next thing I want to talk about from the episode was the fact that we lost a dragon. Now, obviously, we kind of knew this was going to happen. This leaked last year about there being an ice dragon in Game of Thrones Season 7. I didn't want to believe it. I'm a huge House Targaryen fan. I'm a House Targaryen supporter. If there are no dragons on the show, initially, I don't know if I would have started watching it. But the fact that we had them was what lured me into wanting to learn about A Song of Ice and Fire and this world of Game of Thrones. Losing a dragon is probably one of the most insane, heart-jerking moments. Like, I can't even formulate it into words. I'm still like that distraught from having lost a dragon. We saw this dragon come up from the age of 0 up until now, and it's gotten so big. I don't really think that the size relates to how much I'm upset over losing it. It's just that, you know, Daenerys lost one of her children. This is very serious for anyone who's a House Targaryen fan. The fact that we lost a dragon makes me think that we could lose all the dragons by the end of the series, and magic could die with it. Now, excuse the fact that my thoughts are incomplete and I'm not making much sense here, but like I said, I'm pretty distraught, and I kind of can't wait to do the breakdown because that'll force me to like formulate my thoughts into like a valid opinion. But honestly, I am super upset that we lost a dragon. Like, I'm not upset with the show, I'm not upset with the writers, I'm not upset with the showrunners. I'm just upset in general that we lost a dragon. This whole episode pretty much just focused on Jon and Daenerys. Their boat scene at the very end of the episode, and then the moment where Dany shows up and saves Jon, that pretty much confirmed, to me at least, that they are in love. The look that they give each other is insane. It's legitimately like something out of a Disney movie that we all watched growing up in the 90s. It's insane. Like, if you had any doubt in your mind that these two were not in love with each other, that moment will shatter that. All of that doubt will be gone once you see the moment of these two looking at each other. You know, like, I know it's like the look of true love. Let's call it that. Pretty much say it's official that Jon and Daenerys is a thing and that they will be happening. Now, I think it's going to be hilarious when it's revealed officially to everyone that Jon Snow is in fact a Targaryen. From the looks of it, I don't think that's going to perturb them from pursuing a relationship. You know, they may have something in common with Jaime and Cersei, since Cersei is all about wanting to have Jaime's child and announcing it to the kingdom that he's the father. Maybe they can all find common ground in that moment. One of the highlights from the episode was the conversation, the dialogue between characters. Jon and Gendry has a really interesting conversation, and then Thoros and Sandor's conversation was amazing. The fact that they both openly discussed what a legend Brienne was amazing. Alright, now that's pretty much going to be wrapping up my thoughts on that. I want to share more with you guys, but don't worry, that will be happening in my breakdown that I'll do on Sunday, and then also in the live stream that I do Sunday post-episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, leave a comment down below. My name's Mark, and once again I want to thank the sponsor of this episode, Thrones Amino. Please go sure to download that app. This has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.